Welcome back to Story Time, Polar Bears. Today's story is actually one of my books from when I was a little kid, and this is a fable, which is another name for a story, by Aesop. And Aesop was a storyteller, and in these stories called fables, you always learn a lesson at the end. So let's read this and find out what the lesson is. Now, the hare and the tortoise. Now, this is a very old book, so what in the world's a hare? And what's a tortoise? We better find out. Hare, that kind of rings a bell. I don't think they're talking about hair, like hair on your head. It must be about animals, though, because I see lots of beautiful pictures by Brian Wildsmith of animals. Wait a minute. I think the hare is the rabbit. That's right. Hare is another name for a rabbit. What in the world is a tortoise? A tortoise is a turtle. That's right. Wonder if there's any more old-fashioned, old-timey names in here. This book, we'll find out. I have a feeling there are. A hare and a tortoise were having an argument. The hare, who could run very fast, thought he was much more clever than the tortoise, who could only move very slowly, and his house was around on his back. That must have been pretty heavy. So he can't go very fast like the hare, those long hoppy legs. But the tortoise did not agree. To the hare's surprise, the tortoise challenged him to a race. We will run from here over the hill, through the hedge, along the carrot field to the old cart, he said. The hare laughed, ha 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 ha, and he said, I am sure to win, but okay, we'll race if you want to. News of the race spread quickly, and all the birds and animals gathered to watch. They thought, boy, this should be good. I bet they think the hare is going to win too, don't you? I sure do. Fast rabbit and a slow tortoise. The tortoise will not have a chance, cried the fox. Wait and see, said the owl. Wait and see. You know, the owls are known for being wise. I wonder if he knows something. The cock offered to start the race. What in the world is a cock? It must be one of those old-fashioned terms for another animal. It is. It's a rooster. I wonder why they call him cock. Cock-a-doodle-doo. That's why, because that's what the rooster says. So they used to call a rooster a cock. The cock offered to start the race. The spectators stood back, and the cock swelled up, ready to give the signal. What do you think the signal's going to be? Cock-a-doodle-doo! In the flash, the hare was off flying over the grass, and the tortoise hardly moved. Look, there he is way back there. There's the rabbit racing ahead. In a few moments, the hare had run over the entire hill and reached the hedge, and he looked behind, but the tortoise was not in sight. The hare stopped to nibble some tasty clover. The tortoise plodded on, and he came to a hill, and it was hard work for him to climb it with that big heavy shell on his back, but the birds called encouragement. They said, come on, you can do it. Come on, tortoise. And they tried to help him on his way up the hill. It was a kind thing to do. The hare had finished eating the leaves in the hedge and dashed off again at full speed to the carrot field. Ooh, look at all those carrots. He was really fond of carrots, and he could not resist stopping to eat some. He ate and he ate and he ate until he had to lie down and sleep for a while. Sometimes after you eat a lot, you do want to lie down and take a little rest. The tortoise had only just reached the hedge by then. He was already tired, but he kept walking slowly on. He's really trying his best. At last, he reached the carrot field, but the hare was too fast asleep to notice him passing by. Look, there he is back there with all those carrots in his belly. He didn't even notice. Suddenly, the hare woke up. He stared in astonishment towards the old cart, the winning post, and the tortoise was almost there. The hare ran as fast as he could, but it was no use. The tortoise had won the race. Wow. And all the animals gathered around the tortoise while he told how, in his slow and steady way, he had won the race from the quick and careless hare. I think a lot of us thought that the hare was going to win because he's a really fast animal, and he thought he'd win too. He was really bragging and boasting. Oh, I'll race you if you want, but I'll certainly win. But he didn't. And that tortoise really tried his best. And sometimes being slow and careful is even more powerful than being super speedy and fabulous. Well, I think that's the lesson of the story today. Slow and steady can win the race. He really tried his best. I'm very proud of you today, Tortoise. Way to go! That was a very wonderful fable. I hope you enjoyed the fable, and I will see you soon for the next story time.